Now look at that. That's what I call an AT-AT, busting through the ceiling at this comic book store. Let's go take a look. Okay guys, we're going to check out Maximum Comics. We're going to check it out. It's real windy out here, so I'm going to cut the camera off. And I'm going to run across the street so I don't get ran over. Okay, we're going to head into this comic shop here. It's a nice little shopping center here, kind of a newer shopping center, I guess. You know, Subway, all the stuff you'll find in a shopping center around here. But let's go inside. Ooh, a nice little bell ringer. Look at that. Let's take a look around. Looks like I'm hiding in here, like I'm sneaking around. That's comic book boxes. When I was collecting comic books, they were just ugly white boxes. Now look at them. There are some comics behind the case. There's Poe something right there. Go around this way. Look, I like the checkerboard floor. Looks like I want to play checkers. Let's head down this way. Here's some more boxes. Look at this, action figures right there, X-Men. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I had the camera set wrong. I didn't realize that until I started making this video. So, I apologize for the square. The rest of the video, once we leave this comic book store, hopefully will not be like that. But I didn't want to miss out on this comic book store because it seemed like a really nice comic store, and I actually talked to, I guess, the owner of the guy working, and there's 2 locations, so let's check this out here. Now this is mostly comics. You don't see a lot of toys. I know a lot of these comic shops like to do a little bit of both, but this did have some toys, but mostly it was for the comic book fan, which is nice to see. Sometimes you want just a comic book store. There's a guy with a Star Wars shirt on. Did you see that?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Let's go over this way, see what else we got here. Got some figures, like I said. There's some comic books right there. You know, go down this way. Looks like it used to be a GameStop. I don't know, just running a GameStop. There's some comics. Must be some of the new ones right there. Nice little rack to put your comic books on. Let's go over this way and see what we have this way here. And again, I apologize for the size of this video. There's some more figures right there. So, I don't know if I'm going to hit the second one. Maybe if I'm close, but I want to go to the Torpedo Comics. Someone told me to go there, so I'm going to head there next. Torpedo Comics. Says new comics. Vintage comics. I dropped my phone. Shit. Let's go in and... Let's speed up the entrance. That's a long wall, but that's a cool window. I wanted to make sure I got a shot at the windows. Can't really see out. Don't know what's going on inside there. That's one thing about... Ooh, look at that big Batman Lego. That's awesome right there. That's kind of cool. Wouldn't you like to have that in your living room? That's... Oh, look at the Falcon. Oh, look at the Falcon. I believe it's the Falcon that hung in Toys R Us. It might be the one... me and Rush tried to get one when we was working for Hasbro as merchandisers, and had to return it. We never could get one. Somebody did, I guess. Like a Jabba throne without a Jabba. What is that? There's some statues. I see a Rancor. Don't see a Rancor keeper. How are you gonna get a Rancor if you don't have someone to keep it? Oh man, how about some stuff down here? Some cool stuff down this way too. And I see, oh, look at that big old Batman. And a cool Batman back in the back. And some more cool. There's Superman. Remember him? You can always find a Superman comic in a comic book store. I've never, in my whole life, ever seen a comic book store without one. Oh, Dino Mutt. Oh, anyway, what was I rambling about? Let's go over this way here. Does anyone under 40 know Dino Mutt? Let's go back over this way and see what we can get ourselves into. A bunch of books right there. And then we got rows and rows. Look at this, rows and rows of comic books. Oh, and a Doctor Who doorway. Doctor Who, for you Doctor Who fans out there. I don't see anything Blake 7 in here. I don't know why Blake 7 gets no love in the US. Let's go down this way and see what we can take. Got more walls and walls of comics. There goes a guy right there on his way to buy a comic book. He might be on his way to buy Superman issue 72. Go down this way, some more good comics here. This is a nice, clean comic book store. And if you're ever in Vegas, you want to check this out for sure. Especially in the comics. A lot of comics, man. Reminds me of going to the comics back in the 90s. The comic book store in the 90s. Used to love going there by Marvel Star Wars comics in the dollar box. Getting excited when Dark Horse brought Star Wars back. And became kind of friends with the guy in town that owned the comic book store. Had a great time hanging out there. I would help him. He started selling vintage Star Wars figures, and I'll help him arrange the weapons and everything. But you don't want to hear all about that. You want to hear about this comic book store. There's Sandman. There's Robin. Let's
go over this way, see who else we have. We've got X-Men related titles. Those are titles that are related to the X-Men, I guess. Not X-Men comics. Maybe like a Gamut comic you might find over there. Let's go back down this way. Some nice, I like that bookshelf. That looks really cool. I don't mind having something like that in my house. But I don't have that many books. It would be full with toys, I guess. Let's go. There's a spinning rack, an old-fashioned spinning rack. And let's go back down here. There's some nice art, framed art on the wall. And some, ooh, here's some action figures, like some Super 7 or, Super 7 Reaction, is that what they call them? You got Flash Gordon figure. Look at this right here. Oh, what's this? Oh, Toxic Avenger. Yeah, who doesn't like, let me take a look at this. Toxic Avenger, this is cool. Toxic. Run DMC. Can you believe they have Run DMC? And what is this? I don't know what that is. Well, let's go check out this. Look at this. Silver Surfer. He's silver and he surfs. He's Silver Surfer. That is badass. I don't know where that was. Some of you guys can let me know in the comments below. And I don't know exactly what this is. I was trying to figure out what these little Star Wars boxes was. I could never figure out for sure what they were. Let's go back down this way. I think we've seen all this, so not really much there. There's an AT-AT or ATST. ATST may be on the wall. That's pretty neat right there. And there's the police box again, which I think is the doorway to the back room. What do they keep in the back room? Who knows? And look at that, the AT-AT. Check out that AT-AT. That's awesome. Coming, I believe that was in the Vegas FAO Swartz that I went to in the 90s. Look at that, a Nintendo in the box.
Torpedo Comics. I don't know if you can see that. Let's bring this down here. Torpedo Comics. That's pretty cool. Torpedo Comics right there. Pretty cool little place. Had a big AT-AT. Oh. You don't see me talk. Hopefully it's not too windy. But that was pretty cool. See what else we can find.
Now this wasn't part of my plan, but I thought I would go in there. It said a swamp meet. Swamp, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll see the swamp thing. Sounds pretty cool right here. And I looked at some of the pictures online. I saw comic books, so that should be a lot of fun. It's fantastic. Oh, I guess it's like a big flea market or something. Let's get on up here and check this out. No telling what you'll find in here. Cool.
Let me go in. You had to pay to go in there. I ain't paying to go in there. I don't even know what it is. If I knew what it was, sure it was only $1. I was like, I'm paying going. They don't pay you money to go buy something at your stupid fake flea market swap meet. Ugh.
Okay, let's check this out. Velvet Underground, comics and collectibles right here in Las Vegas. Let's check it out. Kind of unusual looking store compared to the other ones we look at. Kind of, you know, not really in the shopping center areas. What I find a true comic book store, gritty. Something about a comic book store, you want it to be kind of mysterious, like a bat cave, like only the cool people in town know about it. And this is the vibe I get with this Velvet Underground. It seems more like a traditional, old-fashioned comic book store. Not that they just have comics, but let's look around right here. Oh, there's a lady who's trying to break into that cabinet. I don't know, should I alert the authorities? See, we got some Grateful Dead material. And what we got down here really close to the floor, I think I see some comic book. There's Star Wars. I don't think that's an original right there. Must be, had kind of a full look into it. There's some Star Wars comics right there. Dr. Alpha. And then we go down here. See some more comics. A lot of comic books in this comic book store. It's always good to see. You got some G.I. Joe figures right there. I think I see a Ghost Rider and some X-Men Toy Biz from the 90s. Go down this way, see what else we got. A Spider-Man lamp. I saw did you see that? Got some more comic books. Man, so many comic books. It would take you 2 years to read every comic book in this store, I bet. And got some more toys up there on the shelf. There's the Spider-Man lamp. Someone would have liked it, at least when he was younger. He's always liked Spider-Man, but who didn't? I used to watch Spider-Man on the electric company. Loved it. Okay, I still be talking about the comic book store. Let's go over this way here. Ooh, nice. Now, this comic book store had been in business for 35 years at this location. So, you can see why he's got a lot of comics. That's a lot of years, especially in comic book store terms. I don't know about your area. A lot of comic book stores come and go, especially in the 90s. There's some Star Trek trading cards. And go down this way right here. Grateful Dead scrapbook and some Star Wars figures. I think I see a Jar Jar Binks and a tech reader. See, you got some more comics. Ooh, look at these comics. They're behind a glass case, so you know they're good. Comic books probably worth a lot of money. And there's some more comics. I see a Superman in 3D. Ooh, man, cool. 3D coming at you. I see a Man magazine with Alfred E. Newman dressed like Batman from 1989. What else did I see? I think I see Elvira. Sorry, that's the Oak Ridge Boys song. Let's go over here. Got some more comics. Look at that. That's a cool little box set right there of all your superheroes from the DC universe. And you got to see a Metallica shirt. Yeah, some of you guys might like that. How about a Wolfman mask? What's like one of those old Ben Cooper costume masks in a box? That's kind of neat right there. Wolfman. Let's put that back in. How about here's some more stuff over here this way? Look at Superman. There's Batman and Robin. There's Harley Quinn. Man, a lot of cool little statues there. What is that? Hell Witch. Sounds like a girl I met down in Clovis, New Mexico back in 1992. I'm not going to talk about that. Let's go over this way and see. More G.I. Joe, more X-Men from the 90s. There's Captain America right there. There's an air vent. One of Bruce Willis's in there. There's some more comic books. Let's see, we got more Spider-Man. Let's go over this way here. Like that, there's backboards in the comics. That's good. Always got to put your backboard in a bag. There's a guy on the floor looking through. I think he was looking for a Darth Maul comic. I heard him asking, "Hey, where's your Darth Maul comics?" He's looking for him right there. There's a Hulk telephone. Ring a ring a ding ding. Hello, it's the Hulk. And look at these X-Men for the 90s. I think I had them. I'm sure my buddy Russ, if you're watching this, I'm sure you probably still have them at your mom's house. And we'll go down this way. Here's some more comics right there. I bet they even have He-Man comic books. They got so many comic books. Let's see over there, some more figures and stuff. I like the lights. It's kind of dark in here, and it's got these little just lights you would find in your tool shed hanging up. Like I said, this store really gives a good atmosphere of a old comic book store. I mean, it looks like the real comic book stands. Not saying nothing bad about those other ones, but you know what I'm saying. This just has that old school comic book feel. Back in the 80s when I used to go to comic book stores, or in the 90s when I was really into comic books, until they started releasing 18 different covers of comics and just took the fun out of it. So let's go back over this way. Some more comic book boxes. Let's go back over here. There's Wolverine, snickety snackety schnock. And let's go over this way and see what else we can find right there. Let's go this way. There's Frankenstein. That's the monster of Frankenstein, Junkman. Okay. Let's go over this way. Anything? There's some plants right there. Man, whoa, got a little close there. Sorry about that. What is that? Oh, check this out right here. Another one of those little masks. Frankenstein. They also had a Mike Myers one. I don't think I've got a video of it. I took a picture of it, showed it to Russ. Look at that. The creature from the Black Lagoon. That's right. The Black Lagoon. I like the creature from the Green Lagoon. There are some more of those X-Men figures I was talking about, but Russ has those, and I do probably somewhere. I had them at least at one time. Especially that was a KB Wolverine exclusive, wasn't it? If it was, I know I had that. I got excited looking for that thing. It was my first action figure exclusive. I think I tried to hunt down. Let's go there. There's some shirts right there. Some cool looking shirts, and there's some little statue. He's even got little stuff out here. I don't know, what do you call it? A patio area, deck area? I don't know. Right before you go in, there's a Riddler. There's a Hulk up there, and some comics down here. Man, it's got, I think this guy needs to expand, put a second floor on this building or something. But let's head on outside.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. A lot of road traffic. This has been the first one that feels like I can't get it in the shop. Oh well. First one that actually felt like a comic book store. You know, an old-fashioned, good, oh shit, hit the wrong button. Felt like a good comic book store. There it is right there, Velvet Underground. So if you're in Vegas, want some comics and toys, check that out for sure.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.